Hello students, this is Poonam teacher back with a new video of Science 1. I hope you have completed this table 9.21. So here the first compound given is ethylene, whose structural formula is like this: CH2 double bond CH2, and the IUPAC name or the IUPAC name is ethene. Then acetylene with triple bond in between, and its IUPAC name is ethyne. Acetic acids, IUPAC name is ethanoic acid. Methyl alcohol is methanol. Ethyl alcohol is ethanol. Acetaldehyde is ethanol. Acetone is propanone. Ethyl methyl ketone is butane 2,1. Then ethylamine is ethanamine, and N-propyl chloride is 1-chloropropane. So this is how you have to complete the table. Now let's move towards the chemical properties of carbon compounds. So first property is given as combustion, and let us first look at combustion as a chemical property of carbon compounds. We have seen in the previous standard that carbon in the form of various allotropes on ignition in presence of oxygen undergoes combustion to emit heat and light and forms carbon dioxide. So we all know that whenever carbon, any substance which consists of carbon, when it starts burning into the presence of oxygen, that carbon will react with the oxygen and will result in the formation of carbon dioxide if complete combustion will take place, and if incomplete combustion will take place, it will result into formation of carbon monoxide. And carbon monoxide is a harmful gas because carbon monoxide, it mixes with the hemoglobin into a blood and forms carboxyhemoglobin, which is an unstable compound, and then we may suffer with respiratory disorder. So we should take care that whatever substances we are burning, that should be completely burnt. Then and then only carbon dioxide gas will be liberated, otherwise carbon monoxide gas will be liberated. So keep that into mind. Hydrocarbons as well as most of the carbon compounds undergoes combustion in presence of oxygen to emit heat and light, and whenever this carbon compounds will be burned, obviously some amount of energy will be released into the form of heat energy and light energy, and form carbon dioxide and water as a common product. So some of the combustion reactions are as given below. See, first simple reaction is given that if carbon is directly burnt into presence of oxygen, it will result in the formation of carbon dioxide and some heat and light will be emitted. And CH4, this is methane, the smallest alkane. If this is combining with oxygen and it's burning, it will result in the formation of carbon dioxide, some amount of water molecules, heat and light. Then ethanol, if it is burning with oxygen, it will result in the formation of carbon dioxide, some molecules of water, heat and light again. So this is how this is what the chemical property of hydrocarbon is. That means whenever the hydrocarbons will be subjected to combustion, it will result into formation of carbon dioxide as well as some molecules of water, as well as heat and light energy will also be emitted. So now this is the homework that you have to write the reaction for propane C3H8. It's not that difficult. Just you have the products are going to be similar. That means carbon dioxide, water, heat and light, everything are going to be similar. Only thing is that you'll have to balance the reaction properly. So please do it. Now let's move towards next activity. And here for the apparatus, you'll require Bunsen burner, copper gauze, metal plate, etc. And then the chemicals are ethanol, acetic acid and naphthalene. So what is the procedure? You have to place one of the above chemical 3 or 4 drops if it is liquid. So naturally from this, ethanol is going to be a liquid and naphthalene is it is going to be a powder form. Then you have to take 3 to 4 drops or a pinch, so 3 to 4 drops of ethanol or 3 to 4 pinch of naphthalene on a clean copper gauze at room temperature. Hold it on a blue flame of the Bunsen burner and observe. So see, now what will happen over here, you'll have to take some amount of ethanol or naphthalene on a copper gauze. Now copper gauze is going to be a strip of copper, and on that you will place little sample of ethanol, and then you will burn it with the help of the Bunsen burner. And then you will notice that it will be complete, that there will be no, it is going to be a clean flame. Why is it so? Because saturated carbon compounds will burn with a clean blue flame because there is less amount of carbon atoms present into it. While naphthalene, the molecular formula of naphthalene is C10H8, and it is present into, it is a aromatic hydrocarbon, so it is a ring structure. And like this aromatic hydrocarbons or unsaturated hydrocarbons, they have more number of carbon atoms present into it or carbon molecules present into it. So naphthalene will burn with a yellow flame, and it will have some deposit, some residue will be left on the copper gauze, and it will be burning with a black soot. That means the black color carbon particles are going to be there into will be suspended into the air whenever you will burn naphthalene. So this suggests that saturated hydrocarbons burns with a blue flame as it contains less percentage of carbon atoms, while aromatic or unsaturated hydrocarbons, it burns with yellow flame, and soot particles will be suspended into the air as it contains more percentage of carbon atoms.